everyone, Cesare here with PMet, and we are starting the 2.5 quest lines of Final Fantasy XIV. You can say hello now, PMet.
Hello now, PMet.
Exactly. Alright, joining us is of course Miro. As you can see, she's sitting here in front of these bottles of wine that belong to Minfilia. Miro's gonna finish them all off, of course, because why not? They're there. Alright, the stream is loaded. Perfect. Okay, so Miro's gonna say hello. Look at that, there she is. Alright, so, as I said, we're gonna be doing the 2.5 quest line today. And, anyway. Perfect. And we're gonna start off by talking to Minfilia. So, I'm gonna share my screen with Piamet so that she can lend her voice to it. Piamet, there's some white noise in the background of your, when you open your mic.
Is that normal?
Not exceptionally, no. Anyway, can you see that?
I don't know what it would be. Is it a lot?
It's a fair amount.
I don't know. Could be my headset dying.
Could be. Anyway, can you see that?
Yeah.
Good intentions. Minfilia is considering which of her many responsibilities demands her utmost attention.
I am most eager to address the absent threat. However, we dare not neglect our other pressing concerns. We both know full well that Saint Shiva will not be the last primal we face, and our relationship with his crowd is still tenuous at best. To think that the resolution of the primal threat was once the sole priority of the Scions of the 7th Dawn. Some days I wonder if it was wise for us to take on so many other responsibilities.
Lest you forget, Antecedent, the Scions need not shoulder the burden alone. Were not the Crystal Braves established for this very reason? True, we presented with a multitude of problems, however, we have all the resources we need to address them in turn. Miro, in particular, is an ever-steadying hand, who I trust will continue to support the Braves.
To what do we owe the pleasure? Have there been further developments regarding the situation in Ul'dah?
As expected, the Immortal Flames have been struggling to cope with the revelation that one of their highest-ranking officers was a Garlean agent. Suffice to say, Teleti Adeleji and his monetarist ilk have wasted no time attempting to turn the situation to their advantage. Coupled with ongoing unrest, the Flames are finding themselves hard-pressed. Plainly, General Raban needs our help, and I will direct the Crystal Braves to offer what support they can. If I am to stay abreast of the latest developments and issue effective orders, however, I cannot afford to waste time traveling back and forth. And so, for the foreseeable future, I think it would be best if I were to remain in Ul'dah, unless you have an objection.
None whatsoever. We have matters here well in hand.
Moinbrider's research is proceeding as planned.
So she tells me, though I am not familiar with the details. Oriandre is poring over his tomes at the Waking Sands, and the others are contributing in their own ways. Alas, the key problem, how to form an ethereal blade at will, remains unsolved. Nevertheless, it is only a matter of time. Miro, while we focus on that task, mayhap you could assist Alphanode and his braves with theirs. You would do much to restore faith in the immortal flames if the Warrior of Light seen working on their behalf. Never forget that your esteemed status allows you to act in ways that those more tightly bound to organizations and nations cannot. As ever, I implore you to do so.
Not that your response was ever in doubt, but I humbly thank you once more for aiding our cause. Now then, there are preparations I must attend to before my departure, such as receiving Riol's latest report. He has proven to be quite skilled at gathering information where others wish kept secret, hence why I placed him under my direct command and ordered him to investigate the Ul'dah riots. When you have finished here, join me outside. Depending on what he has to say, I may soon have a favor to ask.
If there are any developments on our front, I shall inform you at once in the usual fashion.
Alright, Juba, I know you're not watching right now, but thank you for the auto-host. Wintrigue, you are watching, and thank you for the auto-host. I don't think I need to share screens for now, so... The alpha node. Is everything in order, Miro? Are you ready to attend us? And real. Pleasure, as always, Miro. You'll be escorting the commander to Ul'dah, I take it. Actually, I had another task in mind for her. If you'd be so kind to repeat your report for her benefit. Right then. Me and mine, we've been taking inquiries as to the source of the weapons that found their way into the refugee hands a ways back. So happens we caught wind of something promising. A rather large purchase as sharp and pointing these things by a black marketeer holed up near High Bridge. I doubt this man would have secured such a quantity of weapons if he did not already have clients waiting. Clients that, for whatever reason, would prefer this transaction to remain secret. Brings to mind that merchant that caught an arrow while talking to Miro, don't it? Generous fellow he was, doling out swords and spears to the downtrodden and disgruntled. Which isn't to say that these clients have the same mischief in mind, but if you want to be sure, might be prudent to intervene before they collect their goods, savvy? Seizing the weapons before they fall into the wrong hands would be for the best. However, if we strike at the appointed hour, we might capture the black marketeer as well as his clients. What say you, Miro? Then it is settled. Rendezvous with Captain Ilbert at Highbridge and intervene when the exchange takes place. Now then, if you would excuse me, I must leave for Ul'dah. I expect good tidings. I think it'd be better to say I hope for good tidings, not I expect good tidings, because, you know, things don't always go as planned. Let's go to Highbridge. Alright, let's get the Whisper Go going. As you can see, Miro has changed her outfit for this month's streams. She's going to be dressed in the Wild Rose outfit. I need more Final Fantasy themed outfits, but I really don't want to spend $40 and buy the FanFest ticket. Though that would get me Yuna and Titus's outfits.
Lightning.
I don't have Lightning's outfit on this character. Although I could get it from the store, it's pretty cheap, right?
I think so. But you wouldn't get Titus's outfit though, would you?
Well, I might get it in terms of that I could receive it, but I wouldn't actually be able to wear it. They probably made it for males only.
Oh, and then there's the Minfilia and other.
Yeah, I'll have to get those for various months, I think. 'Cause I think I want to have like a theme for each month. Alright, Ilbert. Ah, Miro! My scouts have been keeping a close eye on the Black Marketeer, and it would seem that his guests have arrived. It would also seem that he has hired more than a few men to stand guard. common thugs of no consequence, but they nevertheless pose a threat. Even so, I feel compelled to apologize. This is far beneath a woman of your standing, and Commander Levelier needn't have dispatched you hither. But powerful men ever have need of loyal, able-bodied friends. Having found one in you, 'tis only natural that he would have come to rely on you without hesitation. Alright, bait and switch. Ilbert is eager to bring the Black Marketeer and his clients to justice. Now then, we should make for the burning wall without delay and secure those weapons. The first unit will ensure that the clients do not escape. With me, Miro. What? Don't salute me, you sack of shit. I didn't even look at you. I wonder how Ilbert feels knowing that Miro shows up to his operation in a whisper go. In some ways, this would be the most imposing thing. That said, free advertising for the people that made the video. If you want to see something pretty awesome, look up the Ginyu Force invade Eorzea. The people who made that video, fantastic. They have characters that kind of look like the Ginyu Force from Dragon Ball Z, and they do these cool poses like the Ginyu Force in Dragon Ball Z, and then they go around in PvP and 5-man players. It's pretty funny to watch. I spy the one man, but there are sure to be others. I have a plan. While you approach the sentry and create a distraction, my men and I will slip past and catch the Black Marketeer unawares. Once you've disposed of the thugs, wait for us outside the tunnel entrance. Any questions? Then let us be off. Good luck, my friend. I wonder if I should bring out Squirms. I think I should. Squirms doesn't get enough action. We're in matching barding, so it's good. Hello, hired thug. Who goes there? An adventurer? Damned fool, you should never have come here. Yusuf really likes my Kaiser Knuckles. He wants them in Final Fantasy Explorers. Do you know how many people complained about these weapons during when they were released? Is that it? Oh no, that's not it. Okay. Guess I could have turned on Fist of Fire for that, but I didn't really need it. The extra walking speed afterwards is more important than turning it on. I don't understand. What's this all about? Ah! There's Ilbert. As you can see, this is a fine mess. When I tried to restrain him, he drew a hidden blade and lashed out. But before I could disarm him, one of my subordinates panicked, and this is the result. How foolish of me to underestimate the bastard and to bring in an inexperienced recruit. Commander Levelier will be most disappointed. Damn it all! A golden opportunity wasted. As for the clients, we know not how, but they slipped past our perimeter. At present, the first is currently tracking a party of Duskwhite sellswords we suspect may be them. Would be that we enlisted the aid of the immortal flames of the blast blades. Alas, we're here to aid them. They're in no position to aid us. Well, at the very least, we have secured the weapons. Yet, even that accomplishment is lacking, for the information we received indicated a massive shipment, but this is anything but. Best laid schemes. Ilbert would like nothing more than to have this incident forgotten. Look at Ilbert. I will join the force in their hunt for the Duskwhite sellswords. If gods are good, we will catch them before they escape into the Black Shroud. In the meantime, I ask that you deliver these weapons to Ul'dah in my stead. Entrust them to the third Ul'dah. He will take care of the rest. Give it your good look at Ilbert. Oh, look at me, Ilbert. Look at the screen so I can easily... This character is key. Alright, make sure you know that character. So I picked up the treasure, now I gotta go to Ul'dah. Remember this part being longer. So, binding coil is all complete now. It didn't, the final coil didn't go as well as I had hoped it would, but it was still pretty decent. It was pretty messy, if you recall. But, on the flip side, the next raid for the next expansion, I will be doing that on stream as well, and it is fortunately not going to be as rough. Let's go to the Weaver's Guild. That seems closest. Hopefully by then I'll have more people with a schedule that matches my stream time. And it has a story mode. It's not all just hard and harder mode. Yeah. Unfortunately, I was not extremely active during the period of binding coil, so I missed out on the experience when it was fresh, whereas Alexander, I was there for the whole thing. Alright, here's Wilfred, Elian, and Ul'dah. Did you hear, my friend? I've received my first official assignment as a full-fledged member of the Crystal Braves. Alright, Pimet, let me share screens. This is Elian. See this?
Yes. Why, Miro, this is a surprise. Resh wished for me to thank you for helping us rescue her from Castrum Sentry. How fortunate that we could meet again so soon.
Excellent. Alright, and mute. Ul'dah. Ah, the Warrior of Light, ever a reliable friend to the Crystal Braves. You have my deepest thanks for your assistance in Corthus. Now, what brings you to us this day? Confiscated crate, a wooden box filled with contraband. A gift of weapons from a certain black marketeer. Courtesy of Captain Ilbert, you say? Understood. Once we've cataloged the contents, I'll have them delivered to the Hall of Flames. Oh, that's you, David.
This cannot be everything, can it? Riddle stated with confidence that there would be a far greater quantity of weapons.
A blatant falsehood. Clearly, Riol is unfamiliar with the ways of Ul'dah merchants, whoever strive to present themselves as greater than they are. We should be thankful that this information was not completely erroneous, and that we managed to achieve anything of worth at all. It's still worth celebrating, isn't it, Lieutenant? Besides, we've got more important things to worry about, like fighting those Garleans up north.
There'll be no fighting if I have anything to say about it. Our orders are to stand watch, not to seek glory in battle. If you have no further need of us, then I shall take my unit to the cerulean processing plant.
Time for the Fourth to earn their keep, eh? Fight well, Eliane, for the freedom of all. Excellent work as always, my friend. Rest assured that the immortal flames will hear of your contribution until we meet again. Miro, a word if it please ye. Not here. Look for me at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. No need for whistling this time, don't you worry. Alright. Real. Sapphire Exchange. Okay, you're right down there. Well, I'm gonna have to run there because it's probably faster than walking. Or run into a thing. There he is. Thanks for indulging me request. Few places better than a market for privacy, I find. All the hustle and bustle of commerce means the conversations go unnoticed. I'll get to the point. At the Burning Wall, when you and the captain interrupted the exchange, what happened? Tell me everything. Leave no detail out. That's not quite how the first told it. These Duskwights they were chasing. Latest word is that we lost the trail. But you never saw him yourself? Not before the fighting started and not after? Something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it in me bones. I'm not daft enough to be misled by some merchant's drunken boasts. Our information was reliable, goddammit. I know he purchased those weapons. As if I've never deciphered a moneylender's books, or had to follow a transaction back to its source. Did plenty of that back when the Braves were getting started, believe me. The commander wanted assurances that we weren't taking Gil from the wrong sort of benefactors. Of course, these days the money flows like water, and the first and third get the shiniest new toys. Forgive me, friend. I have a lot on my mind these days, and I appreciate you lending me an ear. Right then, let's get back to it. Oh, that's payment. Gotta share screens again.
Miro, can you hear me? This is Tatario. Your presence is urgently requested at the Raising Stones. Please come and see me as soon as you're able.
Alright. So as you can see, stuff is happening with the Crystal Braves. Riol is a little suspicious of the first, and Tataru needs us back at the Rising Stones. So now we get to go into here again. Hey, there's this Hug-a-Bear. Alright, allow Tataru. There she is.
Thank you for coming so quickly, Miro. I have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. A most, determined lady by all indications.
Okay. The Rising Chorus. Tataru seems eager to escort you on to the Solar.
Our guest is with the antecedent and the Solar at present. Let's not keep them waiting any longer, shall we?
Alright, let's head into the Solar. Alright, so let's voice Oriange. Unexpected tidings from the north. Born by the Lord Commander II, what manner of wind bloweth this day? And Moin Brida.
At this point, it would be more unnerving if we spoke plainly.
Lucia.
Good of you to join us. We have much to discuss.
And Tataru.
This is no time for idle chatter.
And Minfilia. This might be voiced.
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. I believe the two of you have met.
We have. I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer. The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm. Last night, the Dragonstar burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers, not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertear Skies.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye. The brightening of the Dragonstar is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard Soma himself who cried out on this occasion.
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald, only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Garlean fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Oriange has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragonstar portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life. Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgard-Zorma had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgard-Zorma. Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights. Therefore, Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept? We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
Alright.
That me?
Yep.
Forgive me if I state aught which you already know, but I would ensure that you understand the nature of your destination. As Oriange stated, what we now call the Keeper of the Lake is the wreckage of the Agrius, former flagship of the Imperial fleet, and the corpse of the worm responsible for its destruction. 15 years ago, as the next step in his campaign to subjugate Oriorza, Gaius von Belsar attempted to seize control of Mordona. So massive was his force that all thought his victory a foregone conclusion. But an unlikely ally came to Yorzazi that day. Midgard Sorma, legendary guardian of Silvertear Falls, burst forth from beneath the waters of the lake and led a host of dragons against the Garlean airships overhead. In what would later become known as the Battle of Silvertear Skies, the Great Worm felled countless airships before engaging the Agrias. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship's cerulean engines failed, and it tumbled into the lake below. Yet this victory came at a great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Worm as well. That same explosion transformed Silvertear Falls into the desolate wasteland it is today, draining the lake of its waters and crystallizing ether from moms around. Yet a remnant of the lake remains, and at its center a constant reminder of that fateful day long ago. In accordance with Sir Americ's wishes, our Dolmen allies have been standing watch over the keeper of the lake. It would be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage itself. Be careful, my friend. We know not what dangers you within. Now then, let us not neglect our own tasks. There's much to be done and precious little time to do it.
Alright. Hey, you better not be in a dungeon. I need you, son.
Oh, okay.
What's Wargrove doing? I don't have space for 2 DPS.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You can't just bring one of them?
No, they're grouping together right now.
Oh.
But when I do this, I'm gonna need you to tank, because tanks control the flow of the party. That way they don't pull while I'm doing the cutscene.
Oh, okay.
Doman watch. Alright, let's talk to this dude. You're in luck, miss. I was about to send word to Revenant's Toll about the Garleans. Of late, I've seen small airships, likely from Cashmere Sentry, come and go from the Keeper of the Lake. Though I cannot say for certain at this distance, I believe they may be salvaging something from within the wreckage. The Castrom's supply lines have been cut for some time, and I'd wager they're desperately in need of spare parts and other equipment. So it's true then? These Guardians honestly fear the war might arise again? Well, from here, that seems rather unlikely, but if assurance is what they want, you've no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. Easier said than done, given the creature which inhabit the wreckage, and aforementioned Garleans who won't take kindly to your presence. They're sure to fire upon an airship, so I'd advise a more stealthy approach. Take this boat and a few of your comrades to the base of the Agrias, then climb to the top. That's the only viable approach, I'd say. The Keeper of the Lake, now accessible. Are you ready for invite, Packermat?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody else is AFK. AFK or ready? There we go. Yeah. Alright. So, are you tank?
Yes.
Alright, let me read out the description of the Keeper of the Lake. Where is it? There it is. 15 years ago, in the skies above Silvertear Falls, the invading forces of the 14th Legion were set upon by a host of dragons. Leading the charge was Midgard Sormer, the legendary King of Kings, who engaged in Garlean flagship, the Agrias, in battle. In the end, both Midgard Sormer and his foe fell to the earth, and their tangled remnants stand as a memorial to that day, a ruined airship, and the charred corpse of the worm who brought it low, forever devoid of life. Alright, Keeper of the Lake, here we go, and join. For those of you interested, this is the Keeper of the Lake in the distance. You can't really see it all that well due to it being nighttime, but you can kind of see its outline in my graphics here. Like, here's the winding corpse of the... You can see, like, on the outside, the winding corpse of Midgard Sommer's spine. And, like, the wings kind of jutting out to the side. Although the crystals, you can clearly see how pretty it is in this area at night. I like it. Even Squirms likes it. So yeah, what we're doing here is just waiting on a group here. We already got one DPS. We just need a healer. Normally Silly would be playing with us, but as I said last night, if you were viewing that he's visiting his parents this weekend, he had his bike stolen recently, so as far as I know, his mother offered him use of her bike, but they decided just to go bike shopping instead, which is cool. If you know Silly, you know how much he loves his bike. But unfortunately, that also means there will not be an FF11 stream tomorrow. As sad as that makes me, because I really enjoy the FF11 stream, I am instead gonna do an Dragon Quest VII stream and finish off that game entirely. In time for Monday, where I will be starting a new game, and PMet's gonna help me set that up tomorrow. So, Keeper of the Lake is the last 4-man dungeon they released in A Realm Reborn. But it's not the last duty they released, so there's still more for us to see and do. Nice outfit, Pac-Man. I like the pom-pom.
Yeah. I guess I'll just keep my mic open for this, so I don't have to keep doing stuff.
There you go. Oh, we got 2 monks.
Huh. Yeah. Well, it's a good thing I'm doing small pulls. The other one's level 50.
Zoom out for you guys. Sorry about that. Sometimes I get caught up in the moment and forget that I'm still zoomed in. This is the son of the keeper. There's treasure over here. And the way opened up over here.
This is annoying. It's 2 melee. I feel really bad because like everything's exploding and I keep having to move. And you two are the worst 2 classes for that. Oh, the worst class for that.
Indeed. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about that. Oops, I let my grease lightning fall off. Aw. I think only having one of these canisters explode was pretty decent. So basically for this boss, he kind of just drops down these canisters, and you want to avoid making them explode. That's the easiest thing they can say.
Knock them away.
Yeah, you gotta knock them away from him. The big ones, though, you can't knock away, so you just move the boss away from them, as Piamet did. As you fight the boss, there's more and more of them, so it becomes harder and harder to avoid getting them hit. Because if he hits them, they then start to explode. It's kind of an annoying boss, but he's not that bad, actually. The more annoying boss is the next one. Thank. Show me sack of shit. I got threat on the big guy. He is done. Alright, pick up the identification card. Turn off this Magitech terminal. Yes, unfortunately, the klaxons are a part of this. You gotta deal with those. They have sounded the alarm. Let me get you a look around at this place, though. When you're playing with two monks, you gotta try and juggle the who puts up the dragon kick. So if you notice the other one is doing it, overriding you a lot, then just let them put it up. Unfortunately, you get monks like this one here who appears to throw it up and then not throw it up again. And I don't think they're doing it on purpose. I think they see me throw it up, so they're like, oh, I guess they're throwing it up, and so it's just going back and forth.
Hey, you obtained a legionary advisor.
Oh, I just threw away like 6 of those. This group can be pretty annoying to pick up too, because of the one caster there.
That.
The destroyer.
Are you using it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Armor the destroyer here. Unfortunately, for its TP cost, is not worth it unless you're fighting like 12 monsters.
Or you really need to silence.
Or you need to silence. There was a strategy in Binding Coil Bahamut where you used a monk to silence the first boss, mini boss there at ADS. You use it to silence his high voltage ability because a monk in their rotation, if you did it right, could have the be right on Opo stance at that specific time every time high voltage came up.
This healer seems pretty decent so far.
That healer's a Lalafell.
It's true. I was once a Lalafell.
No, you weren't.
Look at this boss. No! I'm gonna have a taskbar for this shit.
It'd be funny if you could just like leave them in the flames and they die to it.
That would be nice. I keep forgetting I can't run back in. Doesn't have the cast bar.
No, now we're done with damn it.
Oh, where is he going? That's not good. That's really not good.
And then he lays a carpet bomb right there. And we're gonna have to run through the fire. Oh, never mind, he's just doing his thing. Well, that's probably not the best formation of... Well, alright.
Yes. I agree. Good thing they disappear rather quickly.
Got him. Alright. So, it's actually a good time to reset my recording. Actually, I shouldn't do that in the middle of the dungeon, should I?
No.
Alright. So yeah, that boss there was kind of annoying. All it really have to do is, if you get targeted, move to the edge of the arena. This part has another one of those things we just fought, except everybody wants to stay in on the mobs, because if you get targeted,
It'd be hard for us.
yeah, if you get targeted, the cannon fire that the airship's throwing out actually does damage to the monsters, which is pretty cool. It's a mechanic you see a lot more, used a lot more in dungeons as the game goes on. And if you look there in the distance, you can see Crystal Tower. Which is a fantastic thing that they included that. They didn't just forget, hey, Crystal Tower is viewable from here. Just jutting up out of the ground. And there they go. Now it's gonna shoot open this pathway.
I had to hollow ground that pole, so I'm definitely not double pulling up here. Nice if they would dispel the paralysis, though.
Indeed.
Or I can just stand in that.
I think it's pretty cool how the dragons do take damage from it, though.
Is it just the dragons?
Oh, that's the only thing we're fighting here right now.
The dragonflies.
They're still considered dragons. As you can see, we're also walking on the corpse of Midgard Summer right now. It's kind of cool as well. Done. And he's gonna open this way as well.
I'm the best tank.
Gunship ship retreats into the sky.
Who treadeth now upon my bones, and waketh me from slumber sweet? Thou hast forgotten the face of thy lord. Remember, mortal, and fear me.
Alright.
Ah, okay.
It's not a very long opening cutscene. The main stuff happens after.
Yeah.
So this boss is a giant dance. It's not quite the same type of dance as Hagen the Unclean, if you remember that from World of Warcraft, but it can be pretty reminiscent. Oops, I was right on the edge of that, I think.
I don't know. It's being weird.
You see, there's lots of stuff that they throw out for you to dodge. Okay, this fills up half the room with this particular attack. Next time he uses it, it should be the far side, although sometimes the game can be a little weird. Fuck off. They're not being nice to us today.
Yeah, the joys of 2 melee.
Okay, there's an ad coming out in just a moment. There it is. So we gotta kill this. There's a reason we gotta kill this. You know, it's gonna keep the dragon turned away until he starts something. Now. And then, to survive this, you have to hide inside this barrier. Beautiful thing is, you can stay in front of the dragon now because he's not going to do any damage. Until now. Hey look, I used my internal release to use my abilities, and he fucking decides to switch that up and starts spinning around like an asshole. Okay, so then we go back and attack this guy again until the second one spawns. The second one, I mean dragon. There it is. Alright, now Midgard somewhere is immune again. Now we got a different dragon to deal with. This one, similar to the first one, except he uses the typical blue dragon type abilities involving ice and granite rain.
Pizza.
And now he uses this.
Pizza. Oh my god, there's so much shit.
Yes. What? Twice in a row? That's rude.
This is awful.
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, I think.
I feel so bad for monks. But I'm like, I can't help it. This is just how it does it. But I want to help. Oh wait,
As you
what?
can see, though, this is a massive dance, and it's all the worse because we do have 2 melee. They're throwing everything in melee. We just have to get this dragon to 50%, and then the ad comes out, and then we'll get a little bit of relief.
What did you want to LB2?
During the shield. Oh great, that healer put that thing right in the center. Hopefully that's gone soon.
Do you want me to pull that away?
No, you're fine. Oh shit, just have to do that one a little early. There's the ad. Okay. Bring him over and I will LB him. Fortunately, he did take that moment to throw out a sheet of ice, but not too bad. I have heavy. And still I managed to avoid the damage from antipathy. And now we beat up Midgard Summer. As you can see, quite the dance. Especially with 2 monks. Because everything's gonna target the monks.
Great.
Alright. Alright, I'll pass. I'll need. Alright. Now I'm going to reset my cutscene here, or my recording here.